How's it going? I forgot to add my video to this. And also, what am I doing? We need some lights. Oh, I like that. Hold on, I gotta put my other ones on. How y'all doing? Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope your day was amazing. Kind of want to do like a pink. Yeah. We have some things to talk about. And I apologize for not being fully prepared. That's very unlike me. Weird. Anyways. In case you are brand new to my channel, my name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies, the tactics used by their reps. Today, I've kind of been, I don't want to say sitting on this video, but sitting on this topic in particular. Recently, Tranont has announced this product called Transform. I'll run the disclaimer here in just a second. And they are claiming that it is a product that is going to transform, hence the name, through enzymes, sugar to fiber. And there's a couple things that we're going to cover today. Number one, I have the study. I have a website that talks about the study that was actually done on the enzymes and has not been done on humans, essentially. We'll go through that. I've already provided the link to that in the video description. I do have the video from Tranont talking about, or it's not talking about, but it's the I can't remember what his title is, but he is the chemist or something along those lines. I have that we will also watch in addition to a video from the reps. And the goal of this video today, this live stream, is to show the difference in this case in particular. You have the chemist or whatever his title is that works for Tranont that is saying, hey, this is the case. This is what this product was designed for. And then you have the actual study, and then you have what the actual field is saying, which I'm sure some of you are seeing this out there, and it's absolutely ridiculous. So it needs to be, let me not say that. Let me not say it's absolutely ridiculous. There needs to be clinical studies done on this product on humans, not on mice, and then rolled out by an MLM company to capitalize on people's fear. That's how I feel about this. So, yeah. Let me roll the disclaimer real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, by the way, random. Have y'all tried this? Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar. It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda. If you have it in your area, I highly suggest it. I will be sipping on that. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, so where should we start? I kind of feel like we should watch I'm going to call him a scientist, a chemist. I'm not sure what his title is, although he does tell us in the video. I feel like we should start with the video from the guy that works for Tranont, who is telling us what it's about and what it should be used for, and then maybe transition into the video of the reps that are saying something very different. What do y'all think? Yeah, the 0 sugar strawberries and cream. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Oh, very cool. Hi, Aaron. New sub from France here. I've been obsessed with your videos. Thank you so much. That's amazing. When I took up to French 5 in high school, but it's been many, many years. I was thinking to myself, I should say something in French. No, it's been too long. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. Anyways, yeah, this right here. May, thank you for saying this. Ugh, not a product that could also try to capitalize on fellow diabetics that miss sweets. Huge pain point. Yeah. They are using huge pain points along with fear mongering, in my opinion, because I have previewed part of the video from the reps. I haven't watched it fully, but I've probably got about 2/3 the way through it. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, bonjour, easy peasy. Yeah, just clicked, and from the thumbnail alone, I dislike the packaging. Yep, I get it, Melanie. I get it. Okay, so let's start with the video from the scientist. This, as just so you guys know, this comes directly from Tranont's YouTube channel. It was posted publicly. I have edited it down to shorten it. And I have removed the background music from it. Just those are the only edits that I've made on this. I feel like that's important to talk about. So, anyways, let's do this.
Welcome to Glucose 101. My name is Thomas Cutler. I'm the Senior Director of Product Development and
Senior Director of Product Development. I'm making sure that I remember that. I could not remember his title. He does have his PhD there. I do believe that I looked it up because I think I was previewing several weeks ago with the members with early so yeah, several weeks ago I was previewing a video that he put out all about this product, and I remember looking into it, and so I'm glad that he actually lists his credentials. But it's just interesting to watch this and to see what the field is doing.
head of the Scientific Advisory Board here at Tranont. Today we're going to do a primer on glucose. You might think, what is glucose? Glucose is a type of sugar. It's very ubiquitous. It's found in a lot of different foods that we eat. And it's also one of the parameters that we track as we're monitoring our health. Glucose is something that our body extracts from food as it's broken down and then converts it into functional chemical energy known as ATP. Low levels of glucose is problematic because then we're lethargic. It means we don't necessarily have sufficient energy to run our body properly. On the flip side, elevated levels of glucose is actually toxic for the body. So the body works really hard to keep glucose levels within a healthy range.
So you guys can already see where this is going, right? You see where this is going. He is, I don't want to say he created, he had a part in, I don't even know how I want to word that. It's a product, an MLM product that is supposed to manipulate your blood sugar. So, couple really dangerous scenarios. Type 1 diabetics, they have enough going on with maintaining correct blood sugar levels. If there was a type 1 diabetic that was pitched this product and didn't run it by their doctor, I think that this could be extremely dangerous, for sure. For sure dangerous. Also for, well, just for anybody, because at the end of the day, this has not been studied enough. It has not, from what I have read, been studied on human beings. It's been studied on rats. And when I say that, I mean the enzymes that they are using to convert sugar to fiber. It has not been clinically studied on humans. So it could be very dangerous. But initially, when I started watching this, I immediately thought of type 1 diabetics and how dangerous this would be. And we know what's going to happen. There's going to be people out there that they don't want to run it by their doctor. They just want to try it because, maybe they want to lose some weight, and all of that is extremely dangerous. Run this stuff by your doctor. Run this stuff by your doctor. And I know you guys know that, but oh.
Now, here at Tranont, we recently released a product called Transform. Transform utilizes enzyme technology to convert sugar, glucose, and fructose, break that apart, and then take these glucose monomers and create a long chain of them, or in other words, create fiber. It's a simple tool that we can use to help our bodies maintain healthy levels of blood sugar or blood glucose in our bodies.
Okay, that being said, have you guys watched the documentary on Netflix? I watch a lot of documentaries, by the way. Have you watched the documentary called The Bad Surgeon? I can't remember this man's name, but if you have not watched that, and you like anti-MLM content, which you're here, so thank you for being here. This would be a documentary I would suggest. It's not so much a cult thing, but it is a surgeon that basically allegedly faked his way into being able to perform these surgeries. And what he was doing was people that were having they said the windpipe. So they had some sort of issue with their windpipe. So whether that was cancer or something along those lines. And he was operating and putting a plastic windpipe in their throat. And it goes into the whole manipulation. The victims' families are telling their stories. There's only, I think he allegedly performed up to 8 of these surgeries. He had the medical community fooled. He was telling people that, and by the way, only one of those people, one of those 8 that he allegedly did these surgeries on, is living, and it's because they had that removed. Everybody else passed away. And it's really, really sad. And the reason I'm bringing that up here is because I feel like after watching that documentary and the claims the surgeon was making, he was saying that this plastic windpipe was covered in stem cells and it was going to promote the body to grow, for it to basically accept this plastic windpipe situation. And that's not what happened. And it turned out that it wasn't ever studied on humans. Or excuse me, it wasn't studied on even animals, which is a part of medicine. That's a part of it. And he went straight to humans, studying this on humans. Now, I'm not trying to say any of this because I think that's what Tranont is doing. For me, there are some similarities. You know, the Harvard did a study on mice, but Trenont's like, oh yeah, we're going to just roll this right on out. We're going to test it on humans. I'm sure that just like we've seen from other MLM companies, they probably have had a small group of distributors that tried out the product and they lost weight, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing, just like we always hear in other MLM companies. And so for me, I see some similarities there, and it's kind of it freaks me out. It freaks me out. That's all I'm going to say about that. But if you haven't watched that, highly suggest it. And I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine. So let's see who Transform is right for, according to him.
And you might ask yourself, is Transform right for me? Well, you don't know unless you understand what your numbers are. Understanding where you are and what your numbers are can give you a better insight into using the product.
See, and here's the thing. He's talking about blood glucose, which is a lab test that you do, and there's normal ranges that you're supposed to be in. They do other testing within the lab. Something like a hemoglobin A1C is going to look at your blood sugar over a 6 to 8 week period, and that's something that you should work with your doctor on. That's not something you should go to an MLM company in order to help you control your blood sugar. The fact that he's trying to present it this way, like, hey, we want to be in that range and this is a tool to help you. No. No. Insulin is a tool to help people control their blood sugar if it's too high. Glucose itself, food, is how you bring it up. You don't need an MLM product that hasn't been tested on humans, allegedly. You don't need that.
There's some other things if you're in a situation where your levels are elevated that you can do in addition to using Transform. Things like being more fit.
Ma'am, what? In addition to diet and exercise. He's saying use Transform. I'm going to call it Tranont. It's going to be ridiculous, okay? He's saying use Transform in addition to diet and exercise. Well, in many cases, not all, diet and exercise is typically the first thing the medical community says, hey, let's change this up. Along with if insulin is needed and, type 1 diabetic situations, those types of things. So he's trying to lump this in like, hey, change your diet, change your exercise, also add this. But see, when MLMers talk like this, when they say, oh, I didn't change anything, I just took this one product, and then you start asking questions, they typically have changed how they're eating. And because they're eating better, they have a little bit more energy in it. You can't really link it to the product that they try to link it to. You know what I'm saying? For example, if there's a health and wellness MLM company and they have a product that is going to give you more energy and has appetite suppressant in it, and then you have like before and after pictures from the rep or one of their customers or whatever, and it's like, yeah, I lost all this weight. Well, you were taking in fewer calories. You had more energy because you were drinking something with a stimulant in it, and you got more steps in your day, or you started working out, or those types of things. So this is where critical thinking, I think, is really, really important when it comes to stuff like this, because, well, what did you change? Oh, well, nothing. I just took Transform. Okay, well, why is this guy saying in addition to diet and exercise? You know what I'm saying? Anyways.
Physically active, minding the types of foods that you eat, reducing the amount of sugary foods or junk food, ultra processed foods. Remember, Transform is here as a tool. It's designed to help you not only transform your metabolism,
Wait,
but it's also designed to help transform your life. Flatten your glucose curve and feel the difference today.
Okay, so that comes directly from Tranont. That comes directly from the product development gentleman, I'm going to say it that way, at Tranont. Now, what I want to do really quickly before we move into the distributors, uh, talking about it, and I'll explain why I kind of stumbled there. There's a specific way I want to introduce it, but I want to look at this study. And again, I have the link to this article in the video description in case you want to check it out. So I'm going to show it here. And this comes from, hang on one second. This comes from the foodinstitute.com, and it's called Harvard Study Enzyme Can Turn Sugar to Fiber. And so here we go. Harvard University's Wyss Institute? Is that how you say that? I'm not sure. In his study, funded by the Kraft Heinz Company, found sugar exposed to encapsulated plant enzymes in the gut can be turned into fiber. The finding, if verified, could have a significant impact on an estimated 34.2 million U.S. diabetics, experts told the Food Institute. Do you say it Wyss? Is that how you say that? I hope that is. Let me know in the comments if you know. I'm not intentionally trying to butcher this name. Let's see. Wyss said on its website it had engineered the enzyme to activate only when it encounters a rise in pH, such as that which occurs in the transition from the human stomach to intestine. The researchers said the product can be incorporated into current recipes without modifying their sugar content, a result important to food manufacturers who are reluctant to change the taste or texture of products to reduce sugar content. A clinical trial using mice is currently underway. If true, this could help diabetics, but it would not make eating sugar healthy, said Amy Shapiro, founder of Real Nutrition, New York City. Many foods that contain sugar also contain artificial colors, flavors, and processed ingredients, which makes them unhealthy and can promote other illnesses like high blood pressure, weight gain, and fatigue. The average American consumes about 17 teaspoons of added sugar a day, or 270 calories, well more than the 9 teaspoons for men, and 6 teaspoons for women recommended by the American Heart Association. The 2-year research project focused on enzymes that help plants turn sugar into fiber. When the encapsulated enzymes broke open at the beginning of the intestine, researchers said they turned sugar into fiber, preventing excess sugar from being absorbed by the bloodstream and producing gut-healthy prebiotic fiber. Beyond just finding a solution that was technically sound, it was equally important to us that our solution would actually work in the real world of food manufacturing, because something that only works in lab conditions isn't very useful, said Adama. I hope I'm saying these names right, and I apologize if I'm not. Cisse, a senior engineer at the WIS Institute and a member of the research team. The encapsulation method ensures the enzyme remains intact at manufacturing temperatures and does not release prematurely, the researchers said. We thought we'd come to the WIS with an impossible problem, and they turned it on its head to prevent an even crazier idea to solve it. Judith Mocha, head of technology discovery and development at Kraft Heinz, told Food Business News on December 28th. Dr. Joan Salge Blake, a clinical professor at Boston University, told TFI the encapsulated enzymes would not enhance the nutritional value of junk food and sweet drinks. If a person's diet is very high in added sugars, the nutrient quality of foods consumed overall is going to be low, adding little nutrition, such as vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals, the professor said. This is not a healthy eating pattern that contributes to longevity. The nutrient quality, there's a reason that I'm reading this whole thing. I promise it's worth it. The nutrient quality of foods in a diet are key to helping folks reduce the risk of heart disease, certain cancers, stroke, and diabetes. Magically turning sugar into fiber isn't going to ensure that the diet is healthy and meeting a person's long-term health needs. Kara Harbstreet of Street Smart Nutrition cautioned against thinking the research is any kind of magic bullet. She noted this is just one industry-funded study, and even if the results are verified, it could take years before the process could be incorporated into food manufacturing. I would caution patience and a healthy dose of skepticism until we're able to, here we go, until we're able to review clinical trials or other data to support the claims proposed at this point in time. So that article is linked in the video description in case you want to check it out. I think that it is extremely important that we talk about this. So we've seen from Tranont what their product developer has said that it's used for. We've seen some information. There does seem to be some sort of a study going on mice, not on humans. And from the sounds of that, it doesn't look like there's enough clinical data on human beings for it to be included in food manufacturing. So take that with a grain of salt. But now let's watch what some of the reps within the company are saying and some of the claims that they are using. And the reason that I kind of stumbled when I was talking about this video is because they are taking and overhyping this product and making it sound like it's for everybody. And if you have blood sugar in your body, this is what they say in this video, just to warn you guys. If you have blood sugar in your body, which everybody does, that this product is for you. And that's just not the case. It's not backed up by science. And it doesn't even sound like from the product developer at Tranont himself, that it's designed for everybody. So let's watch this. Drop your commentary. I haven't seen any of the comments. I apologize, you guys. I just wanted to get through those few things so that we could move on to this. So appreciate y'all being patient with me.
Hello, friends. How are you doing? I am so excited that you decided to jump on with us this evening and learn more about how we can help you transform your health and your wealth. I am not going to waste any of your time, friends. I want to introduce you to my beautiful friend, Jordy. Y'all, she's not even 30 yet. She is not even 30 yet, and she is making her mark with this product in this industry, and I'm really excited for you to hear her story. So, Jordy, take it away.
Hello, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I can't even tell you how giddy I feel and how privileged I feel to be able to talk to you guys tonight, just because this is such a monumental deal. And I truly feel like we have our hands on like a magic product. So just
A magic product, you say, one that has not been studied on humans and testing is just currently, I should have looked at the date on that. Currently or in the very near past has been done on mice.
Just a little background about me so you can just kind of get to know me a little bit is I am 29 years old and I have been in this industry for 9 years. So I feel like I have started in this industry and been in this industry long enough to know when there is something just absolutely magical about a season and a time such as we are seeing right now.
Okay, so let's unpack what she's saying. She's been in the industry for 9 years. And I don't know her. I don't need to know her. I'm talking about the tactics that she is using to sell this product as she overhypes it and makes it sound like it's something that's going to change everybody's life and make everybody rich. That is why we are here today at this part of the video. So, yeah, she's definitely going to overhype it. Yeah, so I'm going to do a lot of debunking. So prepare yourselves.
So I started back in network marketing when I was 20 years old. And you guys, I did.
And that's what I was going to say. I apologize for pausing it so soon. This is somebody that knows how MLM works. She's been in for 9 years. I think she said, or at some point she'll say that she was with her previous company for 7 years. She's been with Tranont, I believe, for 2 years. And, she's just killing it. Yeah. It's easy to kill it when you are bringing previous distributors from your previous company along with other customers from your previous company. That's kind of the cheat code, if you will. And that's not a compliment. That's not me saying, hey, this is how you should do that. That's just what we see. We see distributors that have been a part of MLM for many, many years, and they join the next company and they bring everybody with them, and then they move up the ranks super quickly. This is the basis of how Megan Dessart has become such a grifter, in my opinion, or Shanna and Mary Scott. Same kind of thing. It's the same kind of tactic that we see from they were in a previous company for many years and then that company shut down or whatever. Yeah. When I came from Slumber Parties to Pure Romance, there were people that came. When I left from Love Winks, I had to go back in history now. When I left from Slumber Parties to Pure Romance and then to Love Winks, there were people that came with me. Even if it wasn't somebody that I was, actively trying to recruit, it's what happens. Now, there are people that actively do try to cross recruit. That happens. Anyways, I could do a whole video on that, honestly.
Not have confidence or anything at all. I literally was probably the most shy and anxiety ridden girl you could ever meet. Like it was really bad.
Now, why would we need to know any of that? Why would we need to know anything about her? Why would we need to know anything about her having anxiety? Well, I'll tell you why, in my opinion. She's saying these things because she's trying to appeal to certain people that also, maybe they're introverted. Maybe they also have, or maybe they have anxiety. She's trying to say, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. That's what she's doing here.
Story previously had looked like I actually was really bullied in high school, and that caused a massive amount of anxiety in my life where
she's sharing really vulnerable things. Now let's not forget that this is supposed to be some sort of a business live where they're talking about the product and they're talking about the opportunity. Why are we talking about somebody getting bullied? Why are we talking about anxiety? Why are we talking about you being a mom, you being a young mom? Why are we talking about your age? None of those things would be appropriate in any kind of a business setting outside of multi-level marketing, yet we see it all the time here. None of that has anything to do with the business, and it has everything to do with them trying to get you to let your guard down so that you can say, oh my gosh, this person is just like me. There's a real reason that you're going to see these specific people talking on this video.
I had to work through a bunch of stuff. And network marketing in this industry actually helped me tap into my potential just by helping give me the confidence and belief in myself. So fast forward 7 years, I was with my previous company, and it helped give me the stepping stones that I needed.
Yeah, it sure did, right? It gave you the stepping stone for sure, because more than likely, in my opinion, I'm not stating this as a fact, I bet there were team members and customers that came with her from her previous company, because it happens.
To be able to jump into this new or this company, this opportunity 2 years ago. So I've been with Tranont for the past 2 years, and it has completely and drastically changed my family's life. I am a young mom to two small children. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 7-year-old. My life is busy. It is chaotic. It is
The only reason she's telling you this is because she's hoping other moms that their objection is going to say something like, "I'm so busy. I have little kids. I don't have the time." Again, this is an example of, if I can do it, you can too. I have a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. I'm busy. That's what that is.
crazy, but we have so much fun. And I am also a stay-at-home mom as well. So I really want to speak to the people in particular who maybe are in their 20s or their 30s, and you're really in the thick of it. You're in the thick of parenting with young, small children. You are just in like the craziness where you see a lot of things happening in this industry, but you see it.
How did we jump from into the thick of it with parenting to the craziness of the industry? How did that pivot happen? I don't understand. Also, as a mother of children that are a little older than hers, quite a bit older than hers, you're always going to be in the thick of it with parenting. Just FYI.
With people who are maybe in their 40s or 50s and they're killing it, but you're like, I don't know if I can do it, and I don't know if it's for me because I just don't even have time. I am speaking to you because I completely understand that, and I want to tell you right now that what we have our hands on is a product that it does not sell itself, but what it does do
Brandy, I'm laughing at your comments. Stop it.
is it is an opportunity to just go into once you're getting this product in someone's hand, it is like a gateway to being able to give and show the business opportunity. So
Oh, it's a gateway, but I think what you meant to say was it's a gateway to the commercial cult, because that would have been accurate, probably. Wow.
I have literally built a 6-figure business online
Thank
just
you.
doing this, and Transform in particular.
A six-figure business, you say, and how much of that are you spending? How much are you of that are you spending on product? Do you have just your account? Do you have multiple accounts that you're funding? How much of that are you putting into events? How much of that are you putting into MLM coaches? I'm just trying to see something here, because 6 figures on paper in multi-level marketing, I want to see a profit and loss statement, because, you know,
Has completely skyrocketed my business. So just last month alone, I sold over $23,000 worth of product, and that product was Transformed because it is a product that every single person needs, whether you are male or female. I always tell my customers and clients, if you have a blood sugar level, which we all do, then you need this product because it helps with so many different things.
funny, that's not what the product developer said from Tranont. It didn't sound to me like he was saying it was for everybody. But here you are with your commission breath saying it's for everybody. Hey, you got a blood sugar? Which everybody does. Then you need this product. Girl, this is just about the sales for you. Just say that.
It helps with healthy weight loss. It helps with blood sugar stabilization. It helps with brain fog. It helps with energy. It helps with so many things. So if you are struggling with any of those, or if you know someone who is struggling with any of those, then you basically have magic in a bottle that you can offer them, and you can offer them that hope. And so
Okay, let's just think about this for a second. If and I'm no physiology expert. And I know there's plenty of you watching this, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live right now. If you are taking glucose and you are breaking it down and turning it into fiber, and normally glucose is broken down into ATP, adenosine triphosphate, for energy within the body. Please explain to me how that is going to increase your energy. If it's not breaking down into ATP and you're transforming it, see what I did there, into fiber for the body to get rid of, how is that giving you more energy? Maybe I'm thinking about this incorrectly. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but the whole magic in a bottle thing, I can't, guys.
If you are looking at this and you're going, okay, I need something. My family is in a point of life with the inflation, with rising costs of groceries, because like children are.
Yeah, this is the fear-mongering aspect. Fear-mongering has entered the chat, and now she's going to use inflation and the cost of groceries. And I bet it's followed up with a private message when somebody says, you know, I can't afford to do this. It's giving, you can't afford not to do it, which is disgusting. Gross. Fear-mongering to try to manipulate somebody into a multi-level marketing company for her own personal gain. And I'd love to cover an income disclosure statement from Tranont, but they don't have one that I was able to find. And I find that fascinating because they've been around long enough to have one. Because if any of this were true, if any of, as far as like the income and changing my life and those types of things, it would reflect that on the income disclosure statement. They would lead with profit and loss statements, in my opinion, if the company allowed them to do that. If it were actually changing people's lives financially, it would show that in the numbers. And these MLM companies, it shows the opposite in income disclosure statements, which is why I think a lot of these companies don't put them out. Q Sciences, I'm talking to you.
Expensive. If you are looking at this and you're saying, I need something to help bridge the gap, to help make ends meet. I want to be able to put things into my savings account and not be always taking. I want to be able to pay off credit card debt. This could be the ticket item that could skyrocket you and your family into success. Because
imagine thinking that a product that has not been studied on humans and is undergoing studies on mice as a high ticket item for people to basically become rich and being okay with that ethically, morally. Oh my God.
Because I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you right now that this has completely changed my life. It has completely changed my family's life. And now we are going into extended family now, and I'm able to help them change their life and their finances as well. And that is.
So you're recruiting all of your family. I bet the summer barbecues are a real good time where you're prospecting everybody. Ugh.
Is the biggest blessing. I'm forever grateful for it. So if you're on the fence and you're wondering if this is for you, especially because maybe you are young or you're a young mom that has no time, this is your sign that you should join and you should get on this train, because the train is running and I don't want you to miss out.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. And it's so
I
true,
bet you
Jordy.
do. Oh, Tina, we go back, don't we? I don't think I've ever covered Tina Joy Carroll, but we've been on many leadership trips together, and she used to be a part of Modere, and I was a part of Modere, and there were a lot of leadership trips that her and I were on. One in particular, we were in, were we in Orlando? We were somewhere in Florida, and Jessie Lee was doing a leadership retreat. Yeah. Oh,
I know you're so busy and you got things to do with those little ones. So thank you so, so much for taking the time to share your story tonight. Guys, she's not kidding. I've been a part of this industry for 7.5 years, and I have never in my life seen anything as explosive as this. People dream of.
I mean, you used to take trim, so I know you saw some explosive things, Tina. Like, let's just be honest.
getting in front of something like this, and you have that opportunity now daily. We are getting thousands of testimonies literally coming in from people that are using this one particular product. We already had amazing products and a solid company built on a solid foundation before this product showed up. This is just like gas to the fire. And so I want to bring up my friend Marla, because Marla has a fun story. Marla, I know some of you can relate.
Not gonna lie, I miss Big Black, aka your water bottle. I have their first cousin here.
This Marla was never, ever getting back into network marketing. She had done her time. She wanted nothing to do with it. She was out for good. And then something happened. And now she is experiencing growth like she's never experienced, ranking like she's never experienced. I'm really excited for you guys to hear her incredible story. I'm also just so honored to get to call her my friend. There are people that join this business and you instantly just connect in your souls. And she's one of those people. And she is just such a sweet, sweet spirit in my life now. And this is just one of the things that this industry brings into your life. Not only is it finances and good health, but friendships of people that you would not otherwise know if it wasn't for the industry. And she is one of those for me. So Marla, take it away, sweetie.
I mean, transactional relationships, because Tina, you're probably making money off of her. So I don't want to make money off of my friends. I want my friends to be my friends.
Thank you so much, Tina. And you're exactly right. You are actually an answered prayer for me. And when I joined, I hadn't even met you
Spiritual manipulation has entered the chat, friends. So prepare yourselves for that.
yet. I just think that God knew what I needed. And I was that person. I truly was done. I said I was never, ever doing it again. I actually took about 4 years. I had stepped back because I work full time. So let me give you a little info about me. My name is Marla.
See, now, why would we need any personal info on you, Marla, if the product were so great and you were using the selling points from the product developer, and it actually had the studies to back it up, and it was actually studied on humans, because now that's a concept, right? You wouldn't have to emotionally manipulate your audience by telling them who you are, what you're about, or any of that. The product would just be that good and backed up by science. And so all you would have to do is share that information. But we know that this is not backed by science, and there hasn't been any studies done on humans. It's been studied on mice. And the MLM Tranont just said, hey, we're going to roll this out. We're going to roll this on out on humans. Yeah. Ugh, the manipulation, y'all.
I just hit 25 years of marriage to my wonderful
Congratulations.
husband. We have an 11-year-old, and I work doing 2 full-time accounting jobs. And so I work from home and I do accounting. Numbers is
You heard that right. 2 accounting jobs in multi-level marketing. Hey, Marla, you might be making money, but why don't you, this is just a suggestion. If you are somebody that has a team, which I'm sure she does if she was in MLM prior, I bet she has a team. Why don't you offer your services and run profit and loss statements for your team and tell us how much they are not making? Because if you have 2 jobs as an accountant or something along those lines, and numbers are a thing, run it on your downline. Put a program together where they can just, an Excel spreadsheet or something where they can just plug in their numbers and they can see their net loss. Because it's not going to be income. Not going to be income. Otherwise, this, anyways. Why don't you use your expertise to educate your team? Oh, because they would quit if they saw the amount of money they were paying in, the majority of them, in my opinion, to be a part of your team. But you're getting paid off of those orders. So it's all good, right? You're making money, Marla.
my jam, and that's what makes this industry so great, because it is related to numbers, lots of numbers. And so
the numbers I would prefer to see an income disclosure statement. Also, Marla, you may want to look at the statistics and data, the numbers from the Federal Trade Commission. That would be very important. One in particular, 99.7% of people in multi-level marketing lose money or don't make any at all. Those might be numbers that I think might be important to you. But chances are you have been in multiple MLM companies from the sounds of it. And so you already know that about your team. You already know that that the majority of them aren't making any money, don't you? Yeah.
Been approached. I probably had 3 or 4 different friends in different companies come to me over those 3 or 4 years, and I was just not interested. I didn't want to build a team. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. And I think a lot of it was because, truthfully, it was a lot of the same old for me.
And this call, Marla, is no different. It's the same old, same fear-mongering, emotional manipulation, spiritual manipulation, all the same thing. I love that they try to act like they're so different and they say the same things.
And then entered Tranont. And my friend Emily, who I have done business prior to, when she called me and she told me about this revolutionary product called Transform that was going to turn your sugar into fiber, I mentioned it to my husband. And the minute I told him it's going to help regulate blood sugars, there's possibly a side effect for weight loss, he was like, you better jump now. He's like,
I don't know if you caught this at the beginning of this section here, but her former upline from the previous company called her and said, hey, there's this thing and it's going to turn sugar into fiber. And I bet somewhere after that, she's like, we're going to get rich. And then she's telling her husband's like, you better get on now. Come on.
that sounds like something that's going to be a game changer. It's going to be life changing, and you don't want to miss the boat. And I knew then, I'm like, okay. And so I jumped right in simply because of this product that was coming. And it was actually, I guess, a month away before it was coming, but I just knew that in this, timing is everything. And I also knew that Emily.
And why is timing everything? Marla, why is timing everything? Why, considering you had been out of multi-level marketing for however long, I don't think she mentioned how long she had been out of MLM. Why all of a sudden were you like, oh my God, we have to get on this now? Because it's a product that people are being targeted for their pain points for your financial gain. If this product were something that actually did and did what they said it does and had the clinical data to back it up, do you honestly think it would be rolled out through a multi-level marketing company? Like, you really think that? Come on.
My friend wouldn't just get into anything. It had to be something to it. And then she kind of shared with me about the leaders above, Aaron and Kathy Parker, and how.
As an Aaron, I don't claim him or her. Thank you.
How they were just fire. And I hadn't got to meet Tina Joy Carroll yet. And so for me, I had been looking for a company that, like, literally, I didn't think it existed, y'all. Honestly, I didn't. I was done because I was like, I think I'm just too real for this. Like, I'm just too real. No one can keep it real enough. And I can't. And then
So what I'm hearing you say is that if it's, let's just break this down. The opposite of real would be fake. So almost like MLMs are fake, could she be meaning the success that you see on social media? Could she be referring to the numbers? You know, I don't know. That's very interesting.
it's like all of a sudden I meet Tina Joy Carroll. And she's the most real person, authentic. I just connected instantly. Aaron and Kathy are so real. Emily's always been real for me, always stayed a true friend. So once she showed me about the new product and then started telling me about the compensation plan and how the volume works, and just, y'all, it was just so much I couldn't unsee. And I'm like, okay, I'm jumping in and we'll go. And I'm telling y'all, when I tell you in the 8 years that I've been in this industry, I have never, ever had this kind of success this quickly, especially. I joined August 12th. I double ranked in 2 weeks. The next month, I double ranked again. And then last month, I hit the rank of Sapphire. It's like, I guess, the 6th rank in the company.
Hey, Marla, let's see the breakdown of distributors to customers on your team. Let's see the breakdown because you're into numbers accordingly, or according to you, accordingly. What? Let's see the money that you are making off of distributors in your downline versus the money that you're making on your customers. I'm just trying to see something, because what we have seen time and time again, whether it was a Sensi rep, I don't remember who, I think JJ covered that one, or the leak from the Monet website that showed all of the numbers and how the income has broken down, whether it was distributors to customers, like the whole ratio, how much their income has dropped over the last however many years. There is a drastic difference in money that you make off of the selling of an MLM product and recruiting people and having a team. And that is why there is so much emphasis on recruiting, which, according to the FTC, if you're making the majority of your money off of recruiting and recruiting type activities instead of the selling of the product, that could be considered a pyramid scheme. So that's why a lot of the anti-MLM movement says pyramid scheme, because we know in MLMs, you're going to make the most money off of your team, not necessarily the product. That's why they talk so much about their stories. That's why there's so much training from MLM coaches talking about, tell your story, tell your story, tell your story. That's why, because everybody knows you have to recruit in order to make money. So interesting. I'd love to see that breakdown, Marla. Feel free, you can email me if you want.
And now I have a team of wonderful people that I'm working with. And here, the biggest thing that stands out to me is, first of all, we got products that bring measurable results quickly. So people are seeing results, therefore they're going to buy. Like, if you tell someone it's going to help them, it needs to help them.
It also needs to have clinical data to back up the claims that you are making.
I've been a part of things where they would tell you something and then people would spend a lot of money and they wouldn't see the benefits. And so therefore they wouldn't want to purchase or continue the purchase. And with this, it's so life-changing for me, because I had someone try our liquid collagen 1 week and join me because she was blown away at her results.
Stop it. Your customer took collagen for 1 week. And in that week, they said, oh my God, this collagen, AKA their glow, that's the name of the product, which allegedly, I've heard somewhere, I'll just say it that way, that there's the potential for alleged heavy metals in it. Have I had that product tested? No. That has been alleged to me. So that's very interesting that within 1 week, that customer was like, oh my God, this is so life-changing. This collagen is so incredible. I have to join and make money off of my friends and family. Come on. It's collagen. It's not that serious.
And so it's just, when you've got products that really work, and then you bring in this revolutionary product that's just going to completely change the whole industry, and then you've got a compensation plan that's out of this world, and then you get wonderful leadership that literally cares. They help you every step of the way. The team support here is like nothing I've ever seen. And like I said, the realness that's here, I'm like, okay, it does exist. And so
I've never heard any of that ever before. This is so unique. Tranont is so unique. This team is so unique. I've never heard any of that before from any other company or any other team within a multi-level marketing company. Psych.
I am just honored and thrilled. I think all things work together for the good, and this has really been a huge blessing for me and my family. My husband's so excited. I mean, he's like talking like full-time. Soon you'll be full-time doing this, and so it's very exciting. And I'm honored, Tina, that you would have me on tonight. I just appreciate your support and your leadership. And seriously, you have proven to me that you can do this industry and be real and authentic and love people. And I tell all my team, if you will love others and help others, you will succeed. Like, you don't even have to put, like, sometimes people go,
If this is really about loving other people, I'd love to see you maintain, how do I want to word this? I'd love to see you maintain the energy behind these relationships, maintaining these relationships, if you didn't get a paycheck off of them. Because I bet your energy would be a lot different. I bet it would.
About it wrong. They put themselves first. And I'm like, no, you put others first, you help others, and naturally you're going to succeed. And that's what I love. Everybody's
Oh, crafting Ruby dreams. Thank you for this. She says, so my friend who was in Tranont recently claimed that she saw improvement within 3 hours of getting stitches due to an accident where her dog scratched her because of glow, because of collagen. Oh my God. Your friend is in a commercial cult, and I hope that they get out because I don't think that's how physiology works.
winning. And one more thing, in October, I had 21 new rank ups, and I'm new. I've only been here 2 months, and I'm
And how many rank ups has your team had? How many people in your team are making the same kind of money or even close, even half, even a quarter of what you're making? I bet it's not very many. But you sure are on here bragging about leaving your 2 jobs soon. You sure are on here bragging, come on.
like, I literally was like making a post and posting all the pictures I could not believe in 1 month. And so for me, I was like you, Tina. When I was looking, I didn't want just something where the people at the top would earn. I wanted the people at the top to succeed. I wanted to make money, but more importantly, I wanted the people that trusted me to succeed and earn money. And so I've got a team of people so excited because they're making money.
And how much are they spending? How much are they spending every month? How much is their auto ship? I don't even know if Tranont has auto ships. They probably do. How much are they spending? Are they doing profit and loss statements? I mean, you have 2 accounting jobs, so I would think that you would be telling them that. Let's see them. Let's see yours, let's see them. Let's see the breakdown of the money that you're making off of recruiting and having a team and the money that you're making off of selling the products. Let's see it. Be transparent. If you're so real, you would show that.
Love that so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's just so relatable for so many. And I just appreciate you taking the time out tonight to jump on with this, really, truly. Next up, I want you guys to hear from my beautiful friend, Amy Culver. Amy and I met and at
That name sounds real familiar. Amy Culver.
a previous network marketing company. She was in my
Oh.
downline, but she got burned
Oh.
out badly.
Amy, were you in Modere too? Wait, was Tina in another? Was she in Modere this long? I don't know. I don't remember. I know she was in Modere because I was on the same team with her. So we were under Jessie Lee somewhere in Modere. So interesting. Amy Culver. That name sounds real familiar.
And she decided to step away completely from network marketing with no plans, again, to ever get back in it. And she sat on the sidelines and we remained friends. And she sat on the sidelines and she watched for almost a year before finally reaching out to me and saying, okay, you say it's different, but how is it different? You've got to tell me how it's different. I don't want to go back to what I did before. And so I'm going to let her share all the details of that. So Amy, take it away.
Guys, get ready to write this down on how Amy Culver says that Tranont and this team in Tranont is so different. Get ready to write that down.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, Tina is so right. So, as she mentioned, we were together working the other business for about 2.5 years. And for me, I saw the power in residual income. I am an entrepreneur, really by heart. I didn't know that, but my husband and I own a legal recruiting business.
I'm sorry. Did she just say a legal recruiting business? Is that what I just heard? Did y'all hear that? I have to back that up. If you just thought of Juvenile's Back That Up song, you're my people.
So, as she mentioned, we were together working the other business for about 2.5 years. And for me, I saw the power in residual income. I am an entrepreneur, really by heart. You know, I didn't know that, but my husband and I own a legal recruiting business.
A legal recruiting business as opposed to an illegal recruiting business? Or as Julie says, illegal or legal, it's all unethical. Yeah. Wow.
It's very similar what I tell people to a real estate agent, right? So we work on a contingency basis and we don't make any money unless we place someone in a job. And so with that is a lot of income inconsistencies. And so I had a product experience in our
Good
former
point.
company, loved the product, knew I was going to share it. I'm a sharer by nature. Anyone else just naturally share. You get a great dress with pockets and you got to let everybody know there's a fabulous pair of leggings. You got to let everyone know.
Right, because being a distributor, a 1099 contracted worker for a multi-level marketing company is the same thing as sharing a dress with pockets that you love. False equivalence fallacy. Come on.
If that is already you, then you need to be in this industry because, to be completely honest, that's really what it is about. It is about what Marla just shared, helping others, loving on people, sharing what's working for you. And so I was in that
When they say loving on people, it makes my eye twitch. It makes my leave people alone.
other industry because of the residual income, though. I love the
Ah.
opportunity of being
Okay, so I think Tina was with HempWorks for a long while. Okay, so I think that was before Modere because she was in Modere. Let's see, that was 2017, 2016, somewhere in there, right before I joined Modere. So, or Prove It from Modere.
being able to help others. But as an entrepreneur, and anyone with a 9-to-5 job can relate to this, right? You're only making money when you are working. And so I truly wanted to build something. I had this vision of building something that when I am
Amy, are you getting paid for this right now? Oh, you're not? Yeah, so when MLMers say, "Oh, I get paid when I, by showing up. I get paid for being on social media." No, you get paid when you sell a product or you recruit somebody. That's how you get paid in multi-level marketing. So, getting paid for social media, unless you have a monetized channel or social media platform, you're not getting paid just for showing up. That's not how that works.
out riding go-karts like I've been today with my boys, that I can still be making money and not have to be tied to whatever it is that I'm doing to make money, right? And so if that's something that is appealing to you, then you need to listen up because that is really the power of this business. But like Tina said, I got burned out. And if you're in a company and there's not the right systems in place, if people aren't winning, like
Hey, Amy, what you're doing here is called cross recruiting. You are trying to use pain points of people that are not having success in their current multi-level marketing company, and you're saying, "Hey, the grass is greener over here. Come on over." It's not. It's not. That is, you know how you see videos and there's people that are like spray painting the grass. The grass is dead underneath, but like you're spray painting it. I've seen one where they do like red and green for Christmas. No, Amy, the grass is spray painted. You're just trying to make it seem like the grass is greener. The grass is dead underneath that spray paint. So,
Marla already mentioned as well. I mean, I knew I was doing okay, right? But the people underneath me were not making the type of income that I wanted them to be making. And because of that, like you can only grow.
That you wanted them to be making, wouldn't that be up to them? It's almost like this is a pyramid scheme.
So much. And so I was just burned out. It was not creating the type of income stream or the passive, the residual income that I believed. And so
Passive or residual income, which is it? Just curious.
I was done. I was done. I said many a times that I was not going to get into it again, and just silently watched. And I have 3 boys. I'm a homeschooling mom. I already mentioned.
Oh, here we go. Why do we need to know any of this? And why wouldn't you say that at the beginning? This seems so odd to me. Jolene also says, if it's passive, why would you burn out? That's a great point. That is a great point. I'm picturing it in the storm drain. Everybody that has a fear of clowns that just read that, I apologize.
The business we have. So to say that I am busy is an understatement. Our boys are 13, 11, and 8, and they are all 3 in sports. And so we are going nonstop. And so as I continue to watch Tina, I'm thinking she has just got to be like super crazy busy. You know, I mean, there's just no way. I know what it takes.
Well, Tina's not super busy because she has a team that she's making the majority of her income on. So I'd venture to say that her team is really busy, but she, in my opinion, is probably collecting the checks because of her team.
I know what it takes. But I kept watching, not really what Tina was doing, because I knew Tina was going to be successful in whatever she did. But I was watching the new people that was winning, the people that I didn't know, people that I knew had not been in business with her.
Are those new people still making money after their fast start period, which is usually like 2 to 4 months? Most of these MLM companies have some sort of a fast start program where it is a heightened income level, and it's designed, in my opinion, to keep people in longer. So they join, especially when you have people that come from other multi-level marketing companies, and they bring former team members and customers, and they sign up, they buy whatever product, and they move up the ranks, just like we've seen on this call. They move up really quickly. And in that fast start period, there's usually like extra bonuses for having a certain amount of customers and distributors and a combination of those two. And so my question for Amy here is, are those people still in? Are they still making the money that they were when they were brand new? If they were selling to customers, if they were recruiting, are they still in the company? Because again, I'm just trying to see something. We know that the turnover rate in multi-level marketing is really high because people figure out once they get in, oh, wait a second, this is not what I thought it would be like. This is not what I was told it would be like. And they get out. So I have lots of questions.
People that have never been in this before that were ranking up and that were making money. And I'm like, there sure are a lot of people that have never done this, making great monthly commissions. And so,
can you define great monthly commissions? Also, the questions I've already asked prior to this, specifically, how much are they spending? Sure, some of them are getting a commission. What are they spending every month? And how many accounts are they funding?
I started talking to my husband about it again, and he's like, what are you? I said, I don't know. I feel like either God is trying to bless me with this opportunity or the devil is trying to tempt me. I don't know which one, but I just.
Wow. You know what? God does not want people to be in multi-level marketing. I do not believe for 1 second, and I know everybody has their own beliefs, whatever. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that somebody that believes in God, that God is going to push them into multi-level marketing, guide them, if you will, lead them into multi-level marketing, something where the majority of people are losing money or not making any at all, where it's built on transactional relationships, where there is absolutely a facade on social media to look successful, where people are spending money for, in my opinion, scam artists, aka MLM coaches. You know, get in the room with people that are more successful than you. And they're saying the same kind of things. By the way, Eric Worre, your stories, or no, what was it? Courtney's stories, where Eric Worre was doing the role playing for, I think it was an anti-MLM hater thing. Oh, top tier. I can't wait to cover that because that was great. That was great. I will probably cover that at another time, but you know, shout out to you, Eric. That was good. And by the way, that's sarcasm and that's not a compliment. Okay.
Can't quit watching. And so as Tina mentioned, I reached out to her, and what it is different. And so the way how it is different, if you can follow a recipe and if you're already on social media, then you need to be doing this, because honestly, things are the systems that are in place.
First of all, let's talk about those systems really quickly. If you can follow a recipe, so let's just break that down for a second. If you can follow a recipe, that means all of us are going to be making the same meal, right? We're all making the same meal. And let's not forget that this is called multi-level marketing. So marketing is designed to stand out from the competition. But if you join as a 1099 contracted worker with a multi-level marketing company that is claiming to have systems, which is probably an app of some sort where you are just copying and pasting and picking whatever picture they have in their stock photos on this app, and you are posting it, you are all making the same recipe. It's literally the opposite of what marketing was designed to do. You're not going to, it's like the definition of insanity at this point. And they call them systems. Come on.
60 days of social media content, scripts, ideas, training. Like the
Never heard it
more
before.
you want to pour in and learn and change your life, the
Brandy.
more resources are here for you, right? If you are someone that is just simply like you need some health improvement, right? You need a transformation in your life. I personally have lost over 100 pounds.
That is a health claim. That is a health claim.
That started kind of 8 years ago. But I say that because I am extremely passionate.
So it started 8 years ago. So it's actually not the Tranont products that helped you with a 100-pound weight loss. But you're going to say it on this Tranont training call where you're trying to use this overhyped product that hasn't been tested on humans, allegedly. And you're trying to use that as like a hero product kind of situation to recruit people into it. And you're telling people you lost 100 pounds, but none of it more than likely was from using Tranont products. So why are you even mentioning that?
About someone living their best life. And my friends, you can't live your best life when your back hurts, when your knees hurt, when your head hurts, when your mood. I just got off the line with
Also with the health claims, I cannot wait to send this video to the FTC. I cannot wait. I'm going to do it right after this.
someone who is like, Amy, this transform product, I'm going through menopause. And she goes, my daughter asked me to never quit taking this product. She was like, I don't know what's in it, but my mood is better than it's been in years. And so that is a side effect of blood sugar regulation.
What? A better mood is a side effect of blood sugar regulation? I mean, are there sources for that? We know this company is not using any sources. We know that. See, now you guys understand why I wanted to watch the product developer video first, because very different than what's happening on social media from the distributors. Very, very different. Also, agreed. Now, if your friend has been moody for whatever reason, and you made it a point to point out that this person was in menopause, I just wonder if that person said, hey, yeah, sure, share how I'm feeling. It's fine. Did they consent to that or no? You just felt like you needed to share it? I don't know. Anyways, if they know that they're taking something and they want to see a change, placebo effect. Come on.
And so that product,
Oh, also, how long was this person taking it? Did she see results within 3 hours? Like I can't remember who it was that commented that earlier, that her friend had to get stitches and she was like, I'm taking this glow product, this collagen product from Tranont, and I swear I've noticed a difference in 3 hours. Yeah, that's not how that works.
collagen, people, feel better. They're moving because their joints don't ache. Their inflammation is decreased. Their gut health is improved.
Health
And
claim.
so the wealth is your health, my friend. And so when you can partner with a company that has high impact products that are improving your health, and then you also have a great compensation plan where you
Amy, did you say the same things in Modair? Because I bet we could find videos of you saying the very same things when you were in Modair, because I'm pretty sure she was in Modair.
are making money, it is a win-win. And when all the tools are provided to you, I am so present in my family's life. Like, they are with me all the time, and I am not willing to sacrifice this time of life with them. And so if I can build this business.
So while they're doing their thing, while you're at their sports games, instead of watching them at your sports games, you're probably just working and acting like you're watching their games or their practice or whatever. Yeah. They talk about time freedom. No. This is really just being able to work everywhere. Ridiculous. Oh, Reed, thank you so much for the super chat. I'd say people in prosperity gospel say God's okay with it. It's a good point. It's a very good point. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you.
In the pockets of my day, I promise you anyone can. If this business was not structured for someone that just doesn't have a lot going on and can sit at their phone or their computer and get the work done, right, y'all? We have the tools that you give us an hour, you give us 2 hours, we can show you how you can change your life. You can quit binge watching shows. You can do this when you're walking on the treadmill. You can do it.
Chelsea. Imagine having to give a training or do an opportunity call without being paid. Oh, wait. Whoopsies.
In the carpool line. You can do it before a sporting event starts. Like, I promise you can. So if you have been thinking, wow, what if I really could change my life? What if I could feel better, but I could also start making some extra money? You can. So quit being skeptical. Reach out to the person that shared this with you.
No, don't. Keep being skeptical. Keep asking the hard questions. Ask for their profit and loss statement. Ask for an income disclosure statement. Ask to hear from people that are not within top ranks.
Have a conversation. It's free, because your life can truly be transformed in more ways than you.
Have a conversation it's free. I'm waiting for MLMers to start charging to answer questions because I'm sure that's coming. Super Teach 1234. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you.
You can even begin to imagine. So,
wow, I'm inspired. I want to do it all over again. Not good.
That was cute how she did that. So that was cute.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Oops, I
I
didn't mean
know
to do
that
that.
was last minute getting you on, and I just appreciate you jumping on to share
I'm
your
being
story. Because
rated?
it's so powerful.
DC, are you rating me with your peeps? That's so nice. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Charge me for your cold message, and you'll be wearing an orange jumpsuit. Oh, yeah. You know what? That is a good point. It's already here. They just call themselves coaches. That's true. Oh my God. Oh, welcome. First live, Genevieve. That's awesome. First time catching a live. I didn't know Tranont was an MLM. A friend of mine just started posting about it online and they seem so eager. They just went through a divorce. So sadly, it's rife for MLM. Oh man, I hate that they take advantage of people like that.
Powerful for all the mamas out there with babies, and they don't want to miss those moments with those babies. And you've been able to find balance, which is so
Now we're gonna mom shame or parent shame, if you will, for people that have to work and have to put their children in daycare or have a family member or somebody watch them while they work. So now that's what Tina's doing here. Whether it's intentional or not, that's what she's doing. Shaming people. Listen, I don't want to miss out on those little moments. Yeah. What if that's not an option for people? I mean, the privilege in this statement. First of all, Tina is making money off of her team and the privilege. Let's just leave it there.
such a weird and hard thing to find in any stage of life, and you've been able to find balance with it.
The starting kit is $500.
business and those babies, and I just appreciate you so much. So
Oh my God.
lastly, I'm just going to share a tiny bit of my story using Transform. So the product of the hour, everyone's talking about is this right here. And so it's just capsules of a plant-based enzyme that literally turns sugar to fiber. And I want to talk a little bit about my story, and then tell you how you can get started and what to do next. But I have been, about a year ago, I started experiencing some dips, so to speak, that I thought maybe was blood sugar related. I really didn't know because I wasn't going to a doctor, but I just wasn't feeling good. I literally wasn't feeling good. And
Go to the doctor. If you're not feeling good and you don't know why, go see a doctor, please.
so I just kind of dealt with them. I would get real shaky, clammy, like my heart would race, and I would need food quickly. And that continued to happen. And then in January of last year, of this year, I decided to compete in a fitness competition. And so I went on a really drastic diet for that. And when I did that,
Listen. Did y'all see Doug and Tia Wood competed in a bodybuilding competition this weekend? I went to the social media page for the bodybuilding competition, and I don't see any pictures of Doug and Tia other than like backstage that they've shared. I find that interesting. I feel like I could do a whole video with, more than likely with Susan on that, because I'm just going to say this, and I was telling DC this in her members only chat earlier amongst a couple of friends. There is no way, in my opinion, physiologically, that Doug and Tia are actually using fuelings, unless it's like extra quick, no, I don't want to say quick carbs, because they're not. There's no way, learning what I have learned since working with Susan and what it takes to fuel my workouts, and then the cycling between caloric deficits, maintenance, bulking, all of those things, there's no way a 100 calorie bar is going to be a meal and be able to fuel the workouts for bodybuilding. No. That's all I'm going to say about that. Could I do a whole video on that? Yes. Will I? I'm not sure yet. I have a lot to say about it, though.
it started to happen more often. And so I became afraid. I was like, oh my God, is like this causing this to happen? So I decided it wasn't very smart for me to continue that right then, put that on pause and figure out what's going on with me. But as fate would have it, I got really busy in the business and again, still put myself on the back burner. How many of you are always putting yourself on the back burner?
But Tina, I thought that this would give you time freedom and you could work in the pockets of your day, because what you're telling us right now is the opposite of that. If you're putting yourself on the back burner because your business got really busy, that tells me that there's no time freedom. Now, I don't need you to tell me that because I lived it for 13 and a half years. I know what it was like. We were on the same team, so I know a lot, but I don't know if you didn't catch that you basically just contradicted what some of your speakers were saying on this. I guess it was this is an opportunity type call where they were talking about time freedom and working in the pockets of your day. You just said, I got really busy, so I put myself on the back burner. What happened to time freedom? We don't know her, clearly.
And so then fast forward a few months and I was still having the dips. They were coming closer and closer together now. It wasn't just like once a month. It was like once a week. And it became pretty scary. And then I got a call that
go to the doctor. If there is something, I'm going to say funky going on, if something doesn't feel right, if you are noticing, changes and you don't understand why they're happening, please go to the doctor. Why are you telling everybody this, Tina? This is not your place. This is really dangerous, which is why I called this live stream what I did. I think this company is dangerous.
that they wanted me to come out to Utah to be a test subject for a new product. And so I was like, okay, sure. They're like, it's revolutionary. It's going to change the game. And I'm like, okay. I was cautiously optimistic. I've been in this industry a while, and I've been around a lot of hype with new products. And so I got there, and when they started.
So you know how this works then, Tina. You know exactly how this works.
To talk about what this product did, I knew instantly it would help me. And so tears filled my eyes because I was just so excited to get it, to try it, and praying that it worked the way they said that it would. And so I got a continuous glucose monitor. It was when I got this continuous glucose monitor that I realized what I was actually dealing with. I had highs that were around the highest that I've ever had read from wearing the monitor was about 259, and my lows had been
The former lab tech in me is like, what? Typically, the range is 80 to 120. I think it's milligrams per deciliter. I don't remember the units on that, but it's typically 80 to 120. So she said 259 was the highest. That's pretty substantial. That is, yikes. Yeah, this is also a great question. Did she get the CGM because of Tranont or because of her doctor? Well, I don't think she went to the doctor. That's just my thought on this. I don't think she went to the doctor because she made it very clear to say I didn't go to the doctor. Yikes.
40. And that was those lows where I was feeling that really, really bad. And when I'm really high, what I would learn is I would feel inflamed. That's the only way I can describe it throughout my entire body. And so this is what it looked like all day.
Yeah, because your body, your heart was probably struggling to pump that throughout your body because of your blood sugar being 259. So can you imagine what her hemoglobin A1C would look like? Wow.
Long. It was just wild. And I was a little scared that I was actually a full-blown diabetic. I did end up going to the doctor, getting blood work done. I am not a diabetic. And so
thank goodness she finally said that she went to the doctor. Thank you. That makes me feel 1,000 times better in this moment.
I want to be clear about that. My A1C was actually really, really good, but I was pre-diabetic.
What was it? What was your A1C? Because if you're pre-diabetic, I bet your A1C isn't that great. Come on. I used to work in a lab. I know how that works.
Like a lot of people, there's 40 million Americans walking around with sugar issues and they don't even know it, just like me. And so this is something that affects everyone.
Oh my God, you're trying to use your story of your unregulated blood sugar to transform a product that has only recently, I'll say within the last year or so, been studied on mice. For your financial gain. Tina Joy Carroll, are you for real? You think that this is ethically okay? To take advantage of people's pain points and their health challenges so that you can make money on a product that has no clinical data? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Everyone has spikes in their sugar. And so what happens when you take this?
Yeah, everybody has spikes in their sugar. That's why people that are not type 1 diabetics have insulin in their pancreas. Your blood sugar comes up, it says, hey, we need to, release some insulin here. Bring that blood sugar down. That's how that works. What?
Product 1 hour before you eat is it turns the sugars and the carbs into fiber in your digestive tract. So you don't have the spikes in the sugar. And over a longer period of time, not having spikes of sugar is incredible for your health. If you just go Google all the things that happen inside your body with sugar spikes, you'll be blown away at the things you could prevent from happening by simply stopping that from happening. And so this product is just a game changer for me. I will never, ever, ever go without it. It's a plant-based enzyme, so it's super.
But Tina Joy Carroll, how did you live without it? I mean, if it was so life-changing. I can't. Are y'all pitching it to type 1 diabetics too? Because that is extremely dangerous. Please leave diabetics alone, okay? Let me rephrase that. Please leave people with diabetes alone. Thank you. Thank you.
Super safe. The testimonies coming in from this are just unreal. It is sold out 3 times. Every time we get it in stock, it sells back out. So here's what I would encourage you to do. You want to get this right now. You want to get this right now.
Tina, this is your clothes. This is what you're going with. Listen, we're going to sell out. Make sure you get it right now. Grab 2 bottles. I've never heard that kind of a close before, Tina Joy.
on the list to be the first to receive it as soon as we get more stock of it. Don't be the person that waits to say, I'm going to get it when it comes back in stock. You'll keep waiting. You'll keep waiting.
Or just don't get it. Or just don't get it and work on nutrition and work on moving your body in whatever way you were able to do so, and work with professionals instead of MLM distributors with commission breath that are overhyping a product that hasn't even been proven on humans to do anything that they're saying it does. These distributors, I mean, maybe just do that, save your money, work with professionals. I think I said that in my stories today because I did update everybody. If you follow me on Instagram, I updated everybody on the calorie deficit. This is not the live for that. We're not talking about any of that. But if you want the update on my calorie deficit and how it went for me in the last, let's see, I started that in September. So 2 months, 3 months, something like that. You can go check out my Instagram stories, but
because everybody that is a decision maker is going to get their order before you will. Second,
Yeah.
if you heard anything tonight that made you think, you know what, in this economy with what I'm dealing with, making some extra income would be a really smart decision for me right now, then all you have to do is just let the person know, whoever invited you to watch this video, that you want more information about getting started. We have so many incredible options to help you get started. You can run with us right now. We will have all the tools in place, just like Amy.
You have all the systems. You have Facebook groups too. An app. Do you use the boards app?
Just like Marla told you about the tools that we have in place, just like Jordy, you're going to be able to plug and play. If you thought to yourself, well, I'm not a salesperson. Well, it's a good thing this industry isn't based on whether or not you're a good salesperson.
Tina Joy Carroll, you are in sales. What are you talking about? It's a good thing it's not what did she say? That it's not based off of how good of a salesperson you. Yes, it is. 100% it is. Why would you need scripts if it weren't about sales? What is happening?
We have the tools for you to plug in and be able to have success no matter how much experience or lack thereof that you have. I'm really, really excited to see you jump in.
Oh, but see, here's the thing. Chelsea says, because it's based on recruiting, allegedly, in my opinion. See, here's the thing. A lot of what these people will say, when I say people, I mean those in multi-level marketing, they'll just say that the recruiting, the opportunity is just another product. So it's still sales in their mind. I mean, it's sales. That's what this is.
And change not only your health,
unethical,
but also your wealth with this incredible opportunity. I hope.
Okay. Jada Dallas, appreciate you for this. Transform contains 12 different enzymes: GCE, A-sucrase, alpha amylase, protease 1, lipase, protease 4, lactase, protease 2, cellulase, alpha galactosidase, good God, hemi-SEB, beta amylase, alpha amylase. Yeah, per their website. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's interesting.
Hope that you have a good rest of the night. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye, Tina. I'm sure you will have something to say about me. Not me, but covering this. You know, I can't wait because, guys, here's the thing. Here's what happens. They will either directly message me, like Kendra did. Kendra from Prove It. Remember that? The Cruella video. Yeah, Kendra messaged me and asked me to take the video down. No, I'm not. Uh, and then reported it. Or they get passive aggressive and they'll say things in their stories and they'll talk about haters. Because they like to say that those of us that are talking about anti-MLM things and pointing out the unethical behavior and everything that we talked about here tonight, that we're haters. Yeah. No, I don't hate anybody, and I can talk about not only my experiences, other people's experiences. I can talk about actual data. Yeah, like we did today. So that's interesting. So it'll be fascinating to see if the passive aggressive stories happen. They never say the name though. They never say Aaron Bees covered a video on Tranont and how terrible the product is and the claims that they are making, how dangerous. She did this video. No. They say things like haters make you famous. Really? That didn't work well for this gal on TikTok because her views are just the same anyways. Let me stop. We are allowed to talk about all this. This is unethical. It is a faulty business model. The majority of money is made off of recruiting. The health claims, the spiritual manipulation, the emotional manipulation that we saw on this call alone is disgusting. And it's all to pad the people at the top's wallets. That's what it's about. So gross. Oh my God, this is great. Hey guys, did you know that the majority of those enzymes that were listed from their website, yogurt has most of what their product has. So just eat a yogurt. Also, I'm a fan of 000 yogurts. I don't know if you've seen those. They're a high protein yogurt and they're really good. Just FYI, in case you're looking for a yogurt. Yeah, they'll throw indirects in the stories and not actually respond to the valid criticisms anti-MLM makes. Facts. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, they will vague book or vague IGU. Yes. Yeah. 100%. It's fine. Oh, Skyr yogurt is so good and is high in protein. I'll check that out. I appreciate that. Yeah, put your favorite yogurt. Give people some options. Put that in the comments. In case people, some people love yogurt, some people don't. It's fine. But in case you're looking for something new to try, there will be some in the live chat replay. I appreciate you guys so much. And guys, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. There's no clinical data showing that it does what they're saying that it's going to do. We heard from the product developer who said, who is this for? And, we looked at the information. Again, the link to the website that talks about the study done by Harvard is linked in the video description. It has only been studied on mice. It has not been studied on human beings. So these claims that they're making, everything that these people said tonight is, in my opinion, extremely dangerous. Do not fall for it. Okay? I appreciate you guys being here, and I'm going to go have some sushi with a friend. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.